everybody out there, my name is Dragnix, and this is Mystik Belle. It's $9.09, 30% off during its first week on Steam. It is Metroidvania. It is set in a cartoonish witch universe, very similar to Hogwarts. This is a magic academy, and Mystik Belle is the example of a game that actually makes me rage more than very bad games. Don't get me wrong, Mystik Belle has some good qualities about it. The art style, some of the basics of it, but what frustrates me about it is the idea that I see talent within it, I see development within it, but I see very, very bad design choices, in particular to the genre Metroidvania in question. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. This game made me rage more than anything else I've played in a while. Even Spoko and Poco, it not working, I don't want to say I wanted to rage less than that. That was pretty bad in terms of release, but that to me was a major problem. This one's more so the fact that, again, it had so much potential, and I feel it just failed to meet it. And it wasn't the fact that it was a skill issue. It was everything to do with the fact that bad choices were made. Okay, so this is our witch here. She is a student at the academy, and what happens is that she's sort of, practicing her spells and everything, and a mysterious figure runs into her. Before she has any idea what's going on, all of a sudden, guess what happens? Well, here's the thing. Bad things happen. Basically, what apparently happened is the brew that the witches create that apparently protects the world or something. They didn't really clarify exactly what it does. Somebody has sabotaged it, and they're blaming her, which sort of sucks, obviously. But what is she going to do about it? Well, she needs to collect the ingredients and give a reason to go on this journey, which is very much of the Metroidvania universe. Going on the journey, finishing off a task and going forward with it. Now, first of all, we'll note the art style. Art style is pretty good. I like the art style in question here. It feels cartoonish, but it does very well in terms of some of the creatures in question, like this monkey skull or skeleton here. The spider looks, pretty cool. Everything looks rather nice. And again, the art style is probably the game's strongest element. Now, even though it has that 16-bit style, one of the things that is interesting about this version of a Metroidvania game is how big the characters are on screen. Look, in terms of Metroidvania games, you don't see them this large in terms of the screen size, and so it's a little bit interesting to see a different take on that. So I'll give the game credit for that. Am I going to make that jump? Nope. That's fine. But to that extent, it works. Now, sound and music is all right. You will get sick of the music after a while because, especially if you stay in the same area, it really starts to wear on you. You're gonna just come after me, aren't you? What do I need? I'll just leave that there. Okay, so first of all, you're probably wondering what these items are. Here's my first big complaint of the game. So items are scattered along, and you use these items to interact with the various people in the place in question and try to, move yourself along into other parts of the castle. Now, it is not very clear what item is needed for what person. For example, let's go down here. We got our friend here, Romana, wish have hair like fire. Okay, so it seems like he wants something with fire hair or something. I thought, okay, maybe the shiny copper foil. Nope. Maybe there was a mop earlier that I seemed to be able to do something with. No. It's not very clear what each item is needed and what everything needs to be done. Why are you coming after me? I'm not sure what this guy wants. All I know is that he is causing me problems. In fact, I'm probably going to die here because I can't get by him. Another weird, strange portion of this game in terms of why exactly was that necessary to do. Okay, so I'm going to try to get past this person, but they're not going to... Oh, wait, are you going to let me pass? Okay, at first they wouldn't let me pass because that apple's a hall pass. Now, my question to the developers is, why did you put this restriction on the number of items in question? In particular, right now, if I wanted to pick 1 or 2 items up, it's really hard. I gotta sort of work my way around it. The item use and the item like menu is all the same button, and it's really weird because especially when you're like interacting with someone, like if I wanted to show her something, if I'm closer to her, I'm just gonna talk to her. But if I hit it again quickly, I can use the item. Why this is the same button as opposed to a different button, I have no idea. It makes absolutely no sense and really frustrates you when you're trying to use an item and you keep on talking to them. Very bad design decision keeping it on one button. Now, like I can show her the flimsy chain. Better not show her this. Okay, whatever. Now, why do you put an item... Why put that item limit on, first of all? Let's think about this. So the problem here is that I don't know which items work with which person. And you'll see on the map that there are white elements. Those are items that I can't pick or have seen on the map, but I can't pick up right now. So now I gotta run around attempting to figure out which combination of items is usable with which people in order to figure out exactly where I can go next. The game does not give you any sort of hint of what to do next, to an extent. Now, for example, I know that I can use the smelly fish head down in the dungeon space in terms of detention, but I can't seem to get to the worm that I need to use it on. I need something else in order to get me around that. So that's a little bit of a problem. It also has these situations where you've got items in these certain areas, or you got these things that are stopping you from going on to the next area. These eyes bridges where you have to shoot them at this point. From what I see, you need a certain level in order to be able to do that. I am level 4. If you die, you lose all your experience. So, okay, that's a little bit of a problem. And in particular, I have not been able to get past level 3 yet. Again, another weird design choice because of the fact that it just feels like you haven't made progress here. So I'm trying to get this up and running, but I can't. So it's obvious that I can't do anything with that at this point. All right, let's go down here. That's where the skull I found was. And I'm gonna run into that Grim Reaper again, aren't I? Yep, there he is. I don't know what the point of that Grim Reaper is. He started showing up after a while, and obviously he wants something, but I don't know what. Especially with all the items I've got, this seems like absolutely no reason that he should be showing up right now. Also, beavers. Why beavers? I don't know. Magical beavers. And he took a chunk off of me. Now, it seems like that bucket is something that I may need, but I don't know how to get up to it. And I'm gonna die. Because, yeah. Also, it seems like I can go into here. Can't. A lot of really bad interactions in terms of understanding where I can go next and what to do. Can't jump up here. All right, that sucks, but whatever. Can I drop the sturdy box maybe? Nope, it's just an item. Up, and I'm gonna die. Okay, nope, I'm not. That's good. Yep, I'm dead. So it's a very frustrating game. It's a very frustrating in giving you absolutely no direction, nowhere to go. I would think that maybe the witches would tell me a little bit about what I need to do next. This witch doesn't really tell me anything. This witch tells me about the items in question, but that's about it. She doesn't tell me where to go. Do I need the metal part? That was a crowbar that I used. Again, a lot of misdirection on the user. And the thing is that there is this sense of exploration in Castlevania games, but here it's taken to a whole different level. You have absolutely no clue what you're trying to do, and that's a real problem when it comes down to it. Okay. So, what else is bad about this game? Well, note the jumping. So, there are very precise jumps that don't seem to need to be there. I mean, in terms of, you need to really be right on the edge of something to really get to exactly what's going, or to the next portion of it. Like, you barely can make the jump with the abilities that you've got right now. I'm assuming there's a double jump at some point, just based off of the level design that I've seen, but there are better ways of handling this. I'm gonna go on this mirror here to get to the other side and see if I can use my items that I have right now on this guy right over here. I don't know what he's looking for. Okay, so he's looking for something with electricity right now. I know there's a cat that's electric, and now I got to figure out how do I get the cat over here, and so I don't know exactly how to do that at this point. Again, I thought, okay, maybe the fish head, cats like fish. Nope, that's not it, that's for the worm. Okay, maybe I can use the jar. I thought it was a jar of milk that it looked like at first. No, it's an empty jar. Is there a place I can get milk in the castle? Well, there's a cafeteria, but I don't know what to do in the cafeteria. So again, it's one of those situations where just like, I have no idea what you want from me. What do you want from me, game? Give me a hint. Give me a little bit of direction. The thing with the old Castlevania games is that while it was expansive and open, it led you to those certain situations and didn't give you that many options to begin with. The thing is that you had 2 or 3 places you could go at that point, and 1 or 2 of them were blocked off, but the other ones you needed something more than that in order to be able to get past certain parts of it. So, again, little things like that are really bothering me about this game. Now, the combat's alright. The thing is that you have your regular fireball. I haven't gotten any other abilities yet, and don't know if there are any more. And you have your broom is a melee attack. Again, some enemies' locations, like right here, it's really weird where they put enemies in terms of locations on here. And there's the goddamn Reaper that's just annoying the hell out of me. That jump is really hard for no good reason. There we go. There's a lot of backtracking too. I mean, the fact of the matter is I have no idea where I'm going, and because I don't have any idea where I'm going, I'm literally just sort of running around trying to figure out what to do. I know I've been harping on that point, but it's all the game is right now. Combat is annoying. Combat is secondary to everything else. And in particular, when you don't have any idea what you need to do next, the game becomes this situation of, why play it? Why play this over anything else? Should I take these nail clippers? I don't know if I should take these nail clippers. Should I use this glass jar on her? Should I use a sharp saw? I don't know. Now, one other issue with level design, I'm going to show it here, is the fact that if I'm falling, one of the things I want to do is I want to design the level so that I don't fall into enemies. The thing is that what it'll feel like to the player is that it's unfair. It's the fact of the matter is that you wanted me to go down that way because I'm exploring. If you notice the Castlevania games, they did a very good job of that. They did a very good job of making sure that when you were falling, you would fall onto a platform or fall slow enough that you could react to what was happening to you. This game, not at all. Again, doesn't understand its medium that it's working off of. No, I'll give this section credit. It is hard, especially when I have to go through it for the 5th time. Enemies can also spawn like rather quickly from one side based on timing, like right there. See? And again, I just took damage. There's absolutely no way I could have avoided that damage. It's based off a timer I see, and that's the problem because that just deals unnecessary damage that honestly a player is just going to be like, how the hell could I avoid that? Especially if that killed me. If that killed me when I'm trying to do all this searching and that experience bar that goes down, it just, again, frustration, frustration, frustration. All right, more backtracking here. I'm hoping to maybe, okay, so like here, I thought this would be like, okay, this looks like hair. Maybe I can do something with this, but I don't know what. What do I need? Do I need to put it in a glass jar? I really can't do anything more because he's coming after me, so I gotta move, and I'm gonna die. I'm going to die a slow and painful death. Run, run, run. There we go. Okay, maybe a saw will work here. If I had something sturdy to whack with it. Well, okay, the saw's not gonna work then. Maybe sturdy? No. Flimsy chain? Nope. And now I can't get back. Now I can't literally not get back. I can't do anything with him. This is a poorly designed game. And that's what I want to come off with this. I would not get to this game. I'm sorry. Even with the visuals and some of the cool characters that come up with it, sorry. It doesn't overlook... I'm allergic to the game right now. it doesn't overlook the fact that this game is designed in a bad way. I looked at the original game, and there were the same complaints. There were a lot of misdesigns that are going on. Making a game is hard work. Making a game is easy in terms of putting things together, but hard in terms of putting them all together in a way that works well. And Mystik Belle missed the point entirely. Alright, this is Dragnix signing out. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Again, if you like this review, these first impressions, blah, 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 you know, there is a review link in for Steam. Give that a yes if you so desire. If you like more content like this, subscribe, like, all of that jazz, and I will see you all later. Hey, thanks for watching. If you have a chance, leave some feedback and comments below. If you liked the video, hit that like button. And if you want more content like this, hit that subscribe button. This is Dragnix signing off, hoping that gaming brings as much fun to you as it does for me.